Afternoon. What's happening there at the other end? Knock, knock, tap, tap. Hello. Who is there at the other end? We are all set to give you a beautiful performance, and Rajni is already here, all excited and pumped up. Come on, ladies. Come on. Hi, ladies. Yay, I can see two there, excluding us two. Come on, ladies. I need more people for my wholesome Wednesday. It's so appropriately named. And what's happening with you, ladies, on a hump day? And how are you, Rajni? What's happening on your hump day?
Yeah, I'm good. It was really a very busy day, as usual.
Yeah,
It's the mid of
today?
the mid of the week. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah,
How it was yours? How was the
yeah.
day?
Oh, it was for me. Wednesdays is always busy,
Mm-hmm.
and I still try to manage to do this on a busy day. Probably, I think I should have chosen like a Tuesday or something, but all days is busy on its own way, so I've just left it. I thought, okay, it's another day, so it just goes on. Hi, Padmashri. Thank you for joining in.
Hi.
Come on, ladies. I need more people. More people to join. Hi.
Give me a moment. One second.
So, I have these. I need more people. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Welcome to Wholesome Wednesday session number 102, 102. Probably I
Yay.
should start off as season one and season two. um, Probably that would be better. Maybe I might change my title to season one is 1 to 100, 1 to 100. So this is season two or 102. And I'll be kind of like, giving the intro of Rajni, who is already with us on this platform. So I will be introducing her in a minute. But before we start, let me start my normal ones, which are wishing happy birthdays. You know what? I did not get any for today on my radar. I don't know why, but there was none celebrating. So I just thought I'll just pull up yesterday's one. It was Mrs. Indrani BD and Madhuri Radesh celebrating their birthday. And for ladies who celebrated their birthday from last week up until today, who I have missed, please, wishing you all a very, very, very happy birthday. And, and coming to sarees, and mine is an Upada cotton. I'll just get up and show. Now I can get up. In the previous one, I used to kind of like sit tight in my on my chair. So this is the Upara cotton with a beautiful ikat pallu. It's a handcrafted sari. It's got a little bit of a silk touch on it. And mom's is also a cotton silk sari, beautiful Pochampalli border. So we both chose the same thing. And she has just paired with a beautiful blue blouse to match the colors in the sari. And this one also has a simple pallu, but again with ikat weaving in it. So these are the style is different. Mom's is a cotton silk sari, and mine is an upara cotton sari. So these are the saris for today. And now coming to national days. It's interesting. Today it's Plastic Free Day, National International Plastic Free Day, and Australia is promoting, to go plasticless everywhere in all the shopping centers, everywhere. So which is a very good thing. So please make sure you don't use plastic, at least for today, at least for today, if not forever, which it'll take some time because you have to get used to. So at least for today, just make sure you don't use any plastics, especially like, in the cooking, like, maybe glad wrap. Just avoid using that. So that's a form of plastic. That's the best way we can help the environment. The next one is the World Thyroid Day. So every year on this day, World Thyroid Day is celebrated. It highlights the importance of the thyroid gland in the body, which causes widespread diseases across the globe. The day also educates the public on the role of the thyroid in their overall health. It's a very small gland, but still it plays a very important part in our health. So you should take care of that. The next one is the Geek Pride Day, which celebrates everything geeky, which is also to those people who appreciate, like, sci-fi movies, fantasy, board games, comic books, cosplay, meme, steampunk, and zombies, and much more. So this is the day to celebrate that. Next one is an interesting day. I hadn't heard of this before. It is to do with the towel. It's called the Towel Day. You can pack your towel to celebrate the day, or you can have your shower and wrap it up. Obviously, you wrap it with the towel, so you're kind of like using the towel as long as you use the towel for any purpose. It could be in the form of like even before going tonight. So that's the way you can. Ladies, get ready to have a sip of wine today. It's called National Wine Day. So every year on this day, wine lovers everywhere pour a glass of your favorite wine. Australia, if you have a glass of wine, you can just sit through and watch the lovely Bhangra performance. But ladies in India, I don't think so. You can, unless you're okay to have, yes, go ahead and have a glass of wine. This is especially like, kids' lunches are packed in brown bags, and this is kind of like promoting again, instead of plastic, promoting the brown bags, and this is what the brown bagged days perform for. It's interesting, like so many days we don't even know. And then the next one is National Tap Dance Day. So I'm going to throw this at Rajni to do a performance of tap dance and bhangra to to kind of like celebrate the National Tap Dance Day. And this is one of America's original dancing art forms. We kind of like always think it is Irish, but it started like in America, and then with a combination of influences of African and Irish heritage, National Tap Dance Day. And this is it kind of day. And it just puts a spotlight on the child safety. So we have to make sure and monitor our children, especially when they are going back and forth from it to school or anywhere, just to make sure that they are well protected and safe. Well, today's session is all about Bhangra. So this is the Bhangra night, and it's kind of like pronounced Bhangra in Punjabi and the Bhangra in kind of like proper English. Am I right, Rajni?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a bit of time delay, so we will bear with that. That's okay. So, Bhangra is a traditional form of dance and music which originates from the Punjab region of India and Pakistan. It was initially used as a celebratory folk dance which heralded the coming of spring, or Vaishakhi or Vaisakhi as it is known. Traditional Bhangra dance features several dancers in a circle. They move energetically, often with raised arms or shoulders, to the synchronized beat of the double-headed dhol drum. And the major instrument which is used in these kind of like bhangra dances are the dhol and the drum. So which is more like giving that touch to that one. So it's a rural dance performed at harvest festivals, and the heavy rhythmic in Punjabi from other points on the globe. The music of Bhangra artists plays um, a very important one, especially on the dance floors worldwide, because they are all, to the beats of the dance and the tune and everything. You always go any Punjabi song, you automatically feel like dancing. So that's the energy of the Punjabi Bhangra songs. It's also a staple of musical numbers of very important. Like men usually wear the kurta and the lungi. The lungi is popular everywhere. Even in South we call it lungi, and even in North they call it lungi. And
Yeah.
women usually wear like long shirts and pants, and popularly known as the salwar kameez. And dupattas. Dupattas is normally they wear their fulkari dupattas, which is handcrafted, beautiful embroidery. I tell you, and they kind of like and it's so colorful and vibrant, and they wear those dupattas, and it's very significant that they wear their dupattas as well. So that is what they wear, and the dance styles vary in different forms. It's Jhumar, Gidda. Do you call it Gidda or Gidda?
Gidda.
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 And Luddi or Laddi?
Laddi.
Laddi. See, I don't know those ones, but I have done some research. And then Kiklian Dhamal.
Kikliya. Kikliya and Dhamal. Kikliya, so you have
Kiklian
to,
Dhamal. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
cross
And
your
the
hand.
performance is, what is that?
You have to cross your hands and just roam, in circle like that with the another
Uh-huh.
lady. Yeah, and like this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Dhamal, like this is Dhamal.
Ah, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Ah, like that. For the show there. And the performance usually gatka, 6 days, gymnastics, tumbling, and formations are part of the Bhangra. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. So now, bhale bhale. So life is better when one dances, and dance is the hidden language of the soul. Dance is part of human culture. Dance forms have changed, merged, and evolved. The popular styles are ballet, ballroom, folk, modern, jazz, hip hop, contemporary, rumba, samba, jive, cha-cha, tap, etc. Today we are celebrating the national tap dance. Okay, the tap comes here. Again, coming out to Indian dance forms, there are like Bharatnatyam, Kathakali, Kathak, Bharathnatyam state, and when stage presentation, folk dance from Punjab, and which is part of the harvest festival. And the dance style is all about bending the body with, as I mentioned, which is the double-headed drum. It is weddings and parties, we all look forward for all the Bhangra beats. We're now connecting with this amazing. And interestingly, there is also a Masala Bhangra Workout, which is a fitness regime, and it has picked its popularity during these days. Now presenting is Mrs. Rajni Grover.
Hi, everyone.
Migrated 4 years ago to Sydney, and her hobbies include singing, dancing, and poetry. For her, dance is a poem, which each movement is a word. She's very passionate about dancing, and I have seen her dance just as recently as 2 days ago. And her feet always go hand in hand with the rhythm. Adding to this is her love for poetry and belief in life, teaching so many lessons. And she puts that her notepad in the form of out her poetry blog. She has written beautiful poetries. I did go there, Rajani, and check the beautiful poetries you have penned in. They're absolutely beautiful because I love reading poetry, and I used to do shairis and all, but now I don't have time. So I enjoy reading the poetries. So they're absolutely beautiful and very heart touching. It's very, very nice. And to see her dance, there is the Facebook link as well. You can go and see her dance performances, which she has posted on Facebook. So let us sit tight and but not sit simply, but dance to the beat of Bhangra and follow her steps, and let us brighten up our evening. So all ready to sit and dance, ladies? I can't see anyone. Perhaps maybe whoever is online, they can say a thumbs up or just say yay or no. That would be fantastic. Can I get a who is there? I can't see anyone. There's a delay in the feed coming through, but that should be okay. So Rajani, take over and start it off. Tell a little bit of yours, like growing up, how you ended up learning Bhangra.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Myself Rajni Soni, and I came to Australia 4 years back. And dance is my hobby since my childhood. I used to do participation in my school and college times, and I have won several prizes also. It's not like just Bhangra. I used to do some cultural dance also, like some classical forms, some Bhangra forms, some Bollywood forms, every kind of form. And from childhood only, I
Uh-huh.
used to pick the
Uh-huh.
steps very easily from the songs. And about Bhangra, right? So I am very much fond of Bhangra Empire group. There is one Bhangra Empire group. Sometimes from there I used to pick the steps, and sometimes I used to do my choreography also. And that's how I learned Bhangra. Every time when I'm
Uh-huh.
in sad mood, I used to do Bhangra, and it cheers me up actually. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Right.
So
Dance is that performing art, it just gives you so much solace.
yeah, it's really a stress reliever actually. Whenever you are in stress, but you just play the music and just
Yeah,
move your hands, move your feet, or automatically stress goes away. Yeah, so this is the biggest stress buster, that's what I believe. And the plus point is,
yeah,
by this you can do exercise also. You look like you don't need to go walk, you don't need to go run. You just move your legs, you just move your arms, and that's how you can do exercise at
yeah.
home only. Yeah.
Legs and yeah.
Yeah, while following your passion, we are
Yeah,
doing the
and
exercise
though
as
it is
well.
like a rhythmic movement, you kind of like, the way you twist and turn your body, jump, and, do all that. So it's a full body exercise. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah, it's a best cardio, you can say. It's best cardio because in cardio also, like, you had to jump, you had to
Yeah,
go treadmill. All these things are covered in the bhangra. So
yeah,
this is a good cardio exercise. Yeah.
yeah. This is a
So
good cardio workout. Yeah.
yes.
Excellent, excellent.
So let's start with
Yeah, good,
ladies.
good. So, uh-huh.
Let's start with first performance. Yeah.
So
Just
what? Yeah, okay. What is the song about?
So this song is like Put Jatta De. Put is a Punjabi word. Its meaning is beta, bacha. Put Jatta De. Jatta is called as Punjabi. Put Jatta De. So what they are trying to say
Uh-huh.
is a group of Punjabi people, calling the other Punjabi peoples, and they are encouraging them to do the bhangra and all the things. So this song is all about that. So this is full of beats.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So let's
Yeah,
dance
let us
with
start.
this song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you like that. Hope you like
Yeah,
that.
perfect. Can you go a little bit behind so that we can see you in full?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was nice. Can you go a little bit behind so that I can see you in full?
Okay. Sure. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. So this song was all about, um, I've just got this off
Yeah,
from my Google Bible. It says इस गीत हुस्न की तारीफ करते हैं, कवि का साथ देते हुए संगीतकार ने एक पुराने गीत से मिलता हुआ धुन दिया है, जिसकी वजह से गीत और जल्दी जुबान पर चढ़ता है। कवि इस गीत में थोड़े हाथों हाथों सहित है, क्योंकि मेहंदी गाड़ी और उसमें अच्छे स्पीकर होने के बाद भी कुड़ी उन्हें भाव नहीं दे रही है। क्या कुड़ी मेच्योर हो गई है क्या? इज दैट करेक्ट?
well done. Yes. We are picking the things. We are picking the Punjabi things now. Great imagery.
Oh, I was able to get that, but not for all the songs. So, but anyway, it's good to do some interlude in between.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Um, so what made you choose this song?
This song is my favorite because
Thoda
this is
nutcut.
a true Punjabi Bhangra song. Because in Punjabi also there are different kind of
Uh-huh.
words. This one is the exact Bhangra type
Correct.
song. So because there are some songs, which are related to marriage, which are related to Geet Shagna De. So basically,
Yeah,
Geet
wedding
Shagna De
song. Yeah.
are
Uh-huh.
formed when a couple is going to marry, right? So the girl's side want to tease the boy's side, and the boy's side wants to tease girl's side. So
Uh-huh.
they are special kind of songs,
Girl side. Yeah.
just to make fun of them. Yeah, that's so. This is one
Yeah.
kind, and there is one kind where innocent Punjabi girl and she wants to call her husband, but she can't take his name, because in Punjabi culture, if you go like 10 years ago,
Uh-huh.
then there was a culture girls did not used to take their husband's
Uh-huh.
name, right? So they used to say AG, OG, like that kind of stuff was there. So there are set of
Oh yeah.
songs, innocent girls, they want to call their husband, but they don't know like how to call them in front of public and all. So and
What to
but
call them? Yeah.
there but there are some set of girls who say that okay, I don't want to shy because the voice is just like me. I will take his name, and she just
Yeah.
tried to
Uh-huh.
fight with their parents. No, I will take his name only. I will not say AG OG types. So
I
so there
don't
are
care.
different types of people
Yeah.
and different kind of songs in the Punjabi culture. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So hope you're not tired. So give us the second number.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay. So
Thank you,
the
ladies, joining in.
So the next song that I'm gonna play is this is the most demanding song which is played in every wedding nowadays. And what time they used to play when the bride enters the stage, and there is full of crowd, full of guests are there, and then she comes in a style, wearing this specs and do which song?
Yeah.
Any
Kala
guesses?
Chashma.
Kala Chashma.
Yes,
Yes.
Kala
Oh,
Chashma.
yeah.
Ah, that's so popular.
Years ago, I needed to get a contract back to my agent. And what happened
One
was
second.
so embarrassing.
काला चश्मा तो तेरे मुखड़े पे जैसे काला काले चुभता है तेरे छन पे अपनी अदाओं से बदले तो 10-12 लड़के तो मार ही देती होगी तू दिन में जैसे छत पे फिरते हमारे वर्गी और न होनी वे वर्गी और न होनी वर्गी और न होनी तू मुंडा बिल्कुल देसी है मैं कितनी ना तो सोनी में Umano cara 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 Umano cara chashma jutta hai gore mukhde umano cara chashma jutta hai gore mukhde jutta hai gore mukhde te सड़कों पे चले जब लड़कों के दिलों में तू आ
What was that? How was that?
Yay! That's excellent. So it is actually indeed, whether it is south or north or west or east, it has become so popular in the wedding.
I
Um,
know.
like it's really nice, like and even I had learned a few steps of this, and with a few of different choreography and everything. So, but still, whatever you do, you just dance to the beats. It's really really nice.
Yes.
Excellent
It's
choice.
very famous nowadays.
I see you drink water, so you're already, pumped up.
Yeah.
That's
So,
excellent. I think you're kind of like frozen.
yeah. I especially
Yeah,
I especially took out
yeah.
my glasses
You
because
were you,
actually
you
I
were
don't
frozen
wear
there for a
glasses.
minute.
I don't wear glasses usually, but especially I took out my glasses for this song.
Uh, that's nice. It was excellent. Ah, that's excellent. So this one is तेरे नाम का चर्चा हो गया कि तू चंडीगढ़ से आई है तुझे देख के चौकी पे खड़े सिपाही आहे बरते हैं अभी हम आहे
Okay.
बर रहे हैं आप नाचो और नाचो
Yeah, that's true. So the next song is the same about this is called Lethal Jetty. So in Lethal Jatti, what happens is there is one girl, and
uh-huh.
his boyfriend and his friends try to impress the girl by wearing good
Uh-huh.
clothes, good shoes, and all. And the girl is saying that no, I will not be impressed by your attire and all. I will be impressed by your good heart. So on this frame, a song is prepared. So next song I wanna pick is that only Lethal Jatti. Yeah. Shall we go with that? Shall we go with that? Lethal Jatti?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
खुश दिल का स्वभाव Mr. Boss बाकी सूट बूट लाते में पहन का शुजा तले मार का जान का हम बाकी सूट बूट लाते में पहन का शुजा तले मार का जान का बोलो डायमंड बाकी जट्टी चक्को जानी ये पट्टी फोड़ तले आ मैं दिल तेरा बैठना ली मुंडिया तू एवे लगे ना पुरानी गड़ी मार ओ जट्टी गट्टी मेरे करती ना पार मैं सुन तो गया तू एवे लगे ना पुरानी गड़ी मार ओ जट्टी गट्टी मेरे करती ना पार मैं सुन तो गया Monday I'm chilling with the yeah. Mara chilla kise pare kare di bokne. They are the shop na kare show off. Zara salam zara khavani. Zara di di ko pare kaliye. Zara shari jay yaar kaliye. Mere ne mari kare hawa diyo. Iti jide biya tera chena star kaliye.
Was that? How was that? Am I audible? Are you still there?
Hello. Yeah, it was perfect. There was a little bit of delay as well as music was breaking up. I don't know whether it's to do with the internet speed or whatever, but it was breaking up.
Oh,
I
okay.
hope once I download it, it becomes clear. Yeah, there was a little bit of delay and plus it was breaking up. We'll see. We'll see what happens to the next one. So this is all about, तो अच्छे कपड़े पहनकर और शूज पहनकर चक्कर लगाता है कांच नीचे करके लाइन मार रहा है.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah, that's true. That's the meaning.
So that's the lethal jatti.
Yeah,
That's
little Jackie.
interesting. Nice. So what have you got the next one for? Yeah, little jatti.
Uh,
What is
yeah.
jatti?
Jatti means Sardarni, Punjabi girl. Sardarni.
Sardar. Punjabi. Girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. So what's the next one?
Uh, Long Gawaiya.
Right now, Sally and her kids can get gifts
Oh,
$3,500 with rebates.
So in this song, a Punjabi girl, she went to a party and she lost her nose pin, and she's trying to tell to her husband that she lost her nose pin, and her husband is asking the reason, why you lost your nose pin and where was it. So they kind of fighting with each other, but not in a serious mode, in a fun mode.
yeah.
The husband is not angry that she lost her nose pin because she know that she has not done intentionally, but they are still fighting in a fun mode. So
In a funny mood. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's all the song about.
Yeah.
Hello,
Sorry, ladies, there's been some interruption there, so she will join. Yeah, there was a little bit of off screen there, and then again you came back. That was a perfect timing, though. So this is
yeah,
about the
so
nose ring, right?
yeah, this was about the nose ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll just shed some light on the nose rings, right? So there are different types from different culture, like Latkan, fan nose ring, Punjabi nut, long, the spoked nose ring, the Nathani, Maharashtrian nut, and multi-chain nuts. So all these are different forms of nose rings, which are being worn by the ladies across India, like different culture wear different kind of nuts, and even in our culture we do have nuts, and especially in yours, it's like you always say long, which is like the form of a cloud, which is just the tip of it, whatever that flower is, it kind of like represents that the stud. So it could be anything. It could be like most of the time people tend to wear like it could be diamonds or rubies or emeralds or like whatever like gemstones you have, and even plain gold, whatever it's in your capacity and people do wear. And now it's become a fashion icon as well. So different culture, very different nut. And in Punjabi culture, nut is also very important, isn't it?
Yes. But nowadays, actually, girls don't wear that. But if you go actually in Punjab, then there people used to wear nose pin. But the people who have migrated here, they don't wear now no more. Yeah.
They think it's not, it's traditional, we don't like it, but it's coming back in fashion. And you can see, like, Gore log, like, they always have their nose pierced, all typical of our kind of things, what we do. And they have inculcated into their, normal routine. So it's kind of like picking up its gear, like, back to tradition. That's what counts here, like, being in multicultural Australia, like, you promote all that kind of things. So, which is really good to know about our country and our culture and, different forms of blending in. So that's what the song was, which was really nice. Yeah. So what's the next song?
Next song is Tu Hai Long Te Main Lachi. I'm not sure you would have heard that. This is again, so
Yeah.
there is one Punjabi singer, a female singer. She's not a singer, she's actress. She's Neeru Bajwa. So I
Uh-huh.
really love her songs very much because her
Oh,
songs really reflects the actual culture of Punjab, and
Punjab.
you,
Okay.
yeah. So she chooses the picture in such a way, which is actually representing some stuff one way
Punjab.
or the other, the Punjabi culture and the way she
Yeah.
carry her dresses, the way she, does her hair, that is typical Punjabi girl. So that
Punjabi
is one of
style.
her
Oh.
songs, Tu Hai Long Te Main Lachi.
Uh-huh.
So what does that mean is long means it is the black one. So she is calling her husband that she's having black complexion. That's
Cloud.
why he's long.
Yeah.
And she calls herself as Lachi because Lachi
Cloud.
is good in taste, And she's saying that wherever you will go, I will follow you. So this kind of thing is there,
Long.
She's
Oh,
yeah, she's saying that whenever you go
fair.
outside of the country, just bring me something, So this song represents that culture, when husband is going outside, then
Ah.
she requests, okay, then
So,
when you come back,
you mean one is dark complexion and one is fair complexion.
yeah. Voice is breaking, I think.
Yeah. So like no, that means like one is fair complexion and one is dark complexion.
Yes. Yeah.
Is one is fair complexion,
Your voice is breaking, Himanji.
which is lighting, and long is the dark complexion.
Yes.
That's always there, isn't it? Like, we brown faces, we always kind of compare.
Yeah. So let's start with this song.
In ours, coming from Karnataka, we normally
Yeah.
say we make a dish called curd rice, which is white in color, and then
Uh-huh.
we make tamarind rice, which is brown in color. So we normally kind of like compare that to we normally kind of like compare that to Hulianna and Mosranna, which is like the tamarind rice and the curd rice.
Good to know. One new thing.
Yeah, so similarities there.
Yes. So this is
Yeah,
always
off
actually,
you go.
like whether it's Punjabi culture or some other culture, the things are same, but they are shown in a different manner. As you are saying that tamarind rice and curd rice, right? So here's is like long lachi. So things are same, but they are shown, they are
Correct.
presented in a different manner. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, good to know. So we'll move with next song.
Yeah.
हमें तो लौंग वे मैं लाची तेरे पीछे आ गवाची हमें तो लौंग वे मैं लाची तेरे पीछे आ गवाची तेरे इशारे ने मारी कुड़ी कच्च दी कवारी मैं चंदे दे पहाड़ा वाली शाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नैना बिच तेरा नाम वे मुंडिया संदली संदली नहीं जानी जिम्मेवारी चिट्ठी वाली चिट्ठी नहीं जानी करे की कंध थपी नहीं जानी जिम्मेवारी चिट्ठी वाली चिट्ठी नहीं जानी मेरा सुरमा भी आंदा लाहौर तो किथे पैसे कल लेगा सूट पौनिया में पौने पौने लख दे में तू किथे चल लेगा सूट पौनिया में पौने पौने लख दे में तू किथे चल लेगा गल फंदा ते जेब विच पाल ले कानू गल्ला नाल जित दम ताल ले फंदा ते जेब विच पाल ले कानू गल्ला नाल जित दम ताल ले मैं भी आनिया सलामी वांगू छड़ के बना से कित ठल लेगा सूट पौनिया में पौने पौने लख दे में तू कित चल लेगा सूट पौनिया में पौने पौने लख दे में तू कित चल लेगा
So this song was combination of two actually. So one was Long Lachi, and the other one was 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one was Long Lachi, and the other song was like the girl is saying, I used to wear so many expensive suits, and you don't carry even a penny in your pocket. How will you keep me in your house? No, because yes, because you don't
Yeah.
spend, you don't. But I used to wear so many expensive clothes. Then how you will wear, my demandings and all. So that's why, like, she is telling to her husband, singing the song.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the start is so much significant, and it's to highlight the visage, and that's the beauty of the Punjabi lounge. And this bridal nose ring, which gets its name from the cloud, which is the spice, with a distinct circular head to dot the bride's nose. So as I mentioned, it could be gold or it could be silver, and you could have gemstone in it, or precious stones, or whatever. And it varies from states to state. And when it comes to making a fashion statement, nothing does it better than a Punjaban wearing a loud, which is a typical nose stud. And this is a kind of bridal nose ring that one can flaunt, even if you're not in your full blown bridal ensemble, right? So it need not be that you have to be married to wear a nose ring. Am I correct? That's right, isn't it? You need not be married, even if
Yes,
like an
yes, yes.
unmarried girl can wear a nose ring.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's just like a fashion keepsake that you can incorporate into your daily wear, and you can flaunt with that one. That's perfect. Very nice. Very nice. So what's the next song for us?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of delay
Under
in
pressure to
there.
make enough money to play the film.
So the next song is
Maybe it's to do with the speed of the internet, or singing.
I'm not sure. So
Hope you're
like the
not
next,
tired.
yeah, I'm
Tell,
okay.
tell me, tell me a little bit what happens in your harvest festival. How do you celebrate harvest festival? Because it's one of the famous and well
Uh,
observed festivals in Punjab. What happens in harvest festival?
so you're talking about festivals in Punjab, right? So yeah, so but you would have heard, there are several festivals which are typically, celebrated in north side like Punjab and our surrounding areas. So like one is Baisakhi, as you already explained, like what Baisakhi is, when the new grain is there, then in that occasion, people used to celebrate Baisakhi. One is Karwa Chauth. Karwa Chauth, you would have heard. This is most famous,
Hut.
festival there.
It's harvested.
So
Yeah.
the girls,
Mhm.
yeah, the girls used to fast the whole day without water,
Yeah.
without any food, and it is said that that by this they are praying for long age of their husband and all, and it's like when after marriage, if the first karwa chauth, when a girl keeps that fast, then she is given an option, like if you want to have tea in the evening, then you can have, and then later on also you can have. But if in first karwa chauth you will not have tea in the evening, then you are not supposed to have later also in upcoming karwa chauth. So even I was given the option that if you want to have tea in the evening at least once, then you can have. But if you will not have, you will not take further also. I said no, because first karwa chauth, the girls are very excited. It's their first karwa chauth. They will keep the fast, and they don't prefer to take any drink in evening. Which is offered to them. So and later on, sometimes they regret. That, oh my god, why we did not take, we are thirsty, we want to have something like that. So
That,
there is
that
no.
continues throughout. So that continues throughout.
Yeah, that
Like if
continues
you choose
throughout.
once, either like either to drink tea or chas or whatever. So whatever you choose
Yeah,
to drink, that's the one you continue throughout your um,
yeah,
like
then you will
the
continue in
years
all
to
your
come
Karwa Chauth
by.
festivals. Yeah, but if you don't opt for tea in your first Karwa Chauth, then it is said that you can't take,
Yeah.
in your upcoming fasts as well. So you have to keep that way only all the way, all the day, without any food, without
Um,
water and all. Yeah. So this is something, and and everyone knows, when the moon comes, and they used to make the
oh, okay,
Diwali
okay.
and a diya, and they used to offer water and some sweets to
Yeah.
moon. And you know what, Himaji, what happens is on that day only moon arrives late.
True. Yeah, yeah.
Every other day it is arriving by 8 p.m. On that day, Karwa Chauth, every day it is
That's true, isn't
10:30.
it? Like I often see people, posting on the social media saying, "I haven't seen the moon,"
Yeah, and what nowadays people do, because there are some areas, they can't see moon because there are trees
and
surrounding
you
by.
fast, and that day only like the. Whoa, what happens if you don't see the moon?
It is said that we should see the moon, but sometimes what happens, it is very cloudy and you can't see the
No,
moon.
no, no.
Then what
What
happens?
happens if you don't see the moon?
I mean, nothing happens as such, but yeah,
You can
but
take a
people try
picture.
to see the moon. Yeah. So actually, what happens if the if the sky is cloudy, then they will ask their relatives. Okay, if they are able to see the moon, they just send the screenshot of the moon, or send the pictures of the moon so that we also can see and just open the fast and all.
That's
I
funny.
don't
Okay.
mind. I don't mind
Oh,
that way
good
only.
to
Yeah.
know. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's nice. Right. So, what are we doing next?
Next is Gal Sun Chaleya. So here the girl is asking
Okay. So, what
to
are we
his
doing
boyfriend,
next?
okay, listen to her, and she wants,
Uh-huh.
okay, let's share our sorrows, our happiness all together. I like those moments, when you are there with me, and we used to share our happiness, our joys, our sorrows, like that. So that way, she's saying, shall we go?
Okay. Yes.
चला सोने महीना तू तक है दूरी शकीना मेरे मेरा बलदा है सीना वे गल सुन छलिया आ जा मेरा के दुख बना जा चला बदला दिखावे चला बदला दिखावे चला गल सुन चलिया यारा वे हुण ना लावी लारा मेरे को तोर गुजारा तेरे नाल बहारा गल सुन चलिया सजना तेनू तेरी नचना चला दिल बड़े मेरा मैं तेरा प्यार बथेरा मैं तेरे बाजू हनेरा मैं गल सुन चलिया माना लगा भी और माना
Hello.
That was very pumping.
Uh, yeah,
very, very kind of like, fast.
yeah. This song was not that fast because this is a slow mode song. This is
It was,
not
it was,
a
it was
song.
very fast and is it? Or maybe the music.
Sorry.
For some reason, I kind of like felt it's a bit fast. For some reason, I
Okay.
felt it's a bit fast.
It was not that fast. Actually, it is a slow
No,
mode song. Actually, this is not fast.
slow. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the beat in the music, makes it kind of like feel that it's a bit fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the story of the Jalla, a sailor who transported passengers, right?
Yeah. That's absolutely right.
Yeah. So this is the story of a Jalla, which is a sailor who transported passengers and goods across the rivers of Punjab of India and Pakistan. He was once severely ill, and the medicine Jalla needed was to be brought from a village on the opposite bank of the river. The Jalla himself was not well enough to maneuver the boat across the river, so his teenage son Challa decided that by the first light he will go to the village and get the medicine. Challa used to accompany his father during his working hours and knew the basics of sailing or rowing the boat. But since he was a novice and was in a hurry, he decided to row straight across the river to the other bank of the river. Practically, one would take into calculation the downstream and accordingly to start from one point, row halfway, the breadth of the river upper stream, and then go with the flow. One could also start from a point much upstream and row down and the flow of the downstream to the desired location. And the flow was so powerful, and the Chala was not able to navigate to the other shore and supposedly drowned. Meanwhile, Jalla kept on waiting for his son till dusk, till next morning, till the day after, and so on. The villagers observed this that he had been sitting on this side of the river since last couple of days without moving and approached him. But it was too late. By then, Jalla couldn't bear the loss of his young son and became delusional, and he started roaming in the streets and became a mystic poet. The legend has it that Jalla used to hymn these verses in the streets he roamed in. Is that correct?
Yeah, you are absolutely fine. This is Google Bible, no?
So yeah, so what is the dad kind of like sits and waits for his son to come, and the son doesn't show up, and he becomes delusional, and he kind of like it becomes like a prayer kind of thing. The hymn and these verses are even sung nowadays. Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, I learned something today. That's so sweet of the dad to wait for the son, isn't it? That's the
Yeah,
father-son
that's true.
bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
So do you have more for me?
No, all good. All set. Hope you
Oh,
like
good.
that.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect. You did a great job there. All the songs. My goodness gracious. It's very, very energetic. And you have that full energy there, which is really, really awesome to look at. And you
Thank you
didn't
so
get
much.
tired. Probably you might have. I would have interrupted you in the middle as well without giving you a break. I'm sorry for that, but it was fantastic, so energetic, so energetic. And you did it so gracefully, like, the most I can't. I'm not into dance, so I can't. Like there was which Gunjan did a little bit of Bhangra type of dance, but this one is purely Bhangra dance. So the other one which she did was just like just a single song, like where she touched base a little bit of Bhangra in it. But this one is purely Bhangra. This is something very different, and I'm delighted, and I was delighted to have you on my platform. Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much for coming in, and I hope you liked it too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I really liked it. Thank you, Emoji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. So, ladies, so this was the Bhangra session. So you can go back and watch this performance again. It will be on the website as soon as I finish this broadcast. It will be going back into the main page, and it will be posted in the event segment in the coming days. But feel free to scroll through and just kind of like put in a search title as Bhangra, and you should be able to see this dance because it is titled quite well. And I will be looking forward to having you all again on next Wednesday session. It will be another performance. I won't say what it is, but it is a performance. So stay tuned, and I would love to have your company next week, same time on at what at 8 p.m. our time, or Indian time would be at 3:30 p.m. So stay tuned to listen to the announcement which I make on Sunday at 10 a.m. Otherwise, Hema and Rajni will be signing off. Thank you, Rajni. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Emoji. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye.
ladies.